The streets of Atlanta were on fire again, and this time nobody saw it coming. Whispers started spreading faster than a trending hashtag. Fans, producers, and even the cast were caught off guard when rumors broke that Spice and Scrappy might have dropped a major bomb connected to Yandy and Mendeecees, a possible secret pregnancy that had everyone losing their minds. It wasn't just a spark of gossip. It was an explosion that shook the entire Love and Hip Hop Atlanta set. Insiders said what started as casual chatter quickly turned into chaos, with producers rushing to control a situation that was already spiraling out of their hands. The cameras hadn't even been rolling long when tension began to build, and all eyes locked on one couple, Yandy and Mendeecees. Behind the scenes, small things started standing out. Yandy had been avoiding certain topics, her phone always in her hand, whispering with Mendeecees away from everyone else. And of course, it didn't take long for Spice to notice. Known for never biting her tongue, Spice started putting two and two together. One night, during what was supposed to be a chill cast dinner, she leaned forward across the table, her tone sharp but playful, and said, "Yandy, what's really going on with you and Mendeecees? You glowing different these days." The entire room froze. Even Scrappy looked up from his plate, waiting for Yandy to respond. Trying to keep calm, Yandy laughed nervously, saying she was just tired and stressed from juggling projects. But Spice wasn't letting that slide. "Girl, you can fool the cameras," she said, "but you can't fool us." That's when Mendeecees stepped in, saying, "Yo, Spice, don't start no rumors. Everything's good." His tone was calm, but defensive, and that was all it took for fans and castmates to start watching closer. By the next day, the whispers had turned into a storm. Crew members started rearranging scenes, sensing they had stumbled onto a real storyline. Scrappy, who had been keeping quiet since his own split drama, began noticing things too. "She ain't acting like her normal self," he told Erica Mena off camera. "She got that look like she hiding something." Erica laughed at first, but when Spice brought it up again the next day, she couldn't deny something felt off. What made everything worse was Mendeecees' reaction. Instead of ignoring the chatter, he started acting protective, too protective. He'd pull Yandy aside when the cameras lingered too long, or get irritated when people asked simple questions. Crew members whispered that his energy was off. One minute he was chill. The next, he was snapping at people for filming from certain angles. Fans watching early clips online even commented that Mendeecees seemed tense. Meanwhile, Spice started fanning the flames in her confessionals, throwing subtle shade. "Some people out here pretending everything's perfect," she said with a smirk. "But Atlanta got eyes everywhere." That one line sent fans into detective mode. They started digging through Yandy's old posts, noticing she hadn't shared a full-body picture in weeks. Every photo was cropped, every video conveniently framed. Fan pages began circulating comparisons, old pictures beside new ones, with captions like, "Yandy hiding something?" and "Nah, she glowing for real." As the rumors grew, Mendeecees reportedly tried to control the situation. He warned castmates to stop spreading stories, but his frustration only made things worse. Spice, sensing the shift, decided to confront it head-on. During another group scene with Scrappy, Bambi, and Carly Red, she said straight up, "Look, Yandy, I ain't trying to disrespect you, but if it's true, why hide it? Ain't nothing wrong with having another baby." The cameras zoomed in on Yandy's face. Her smile froze for a moment before she said, "I'm not hiding nothing, Spice. Stop letting the internet make you messy." Mendeecees, sitting beside her, muttered, "Man, this getting old," and got up to walk away. But Scrappy wasn't having it. "Nah, bro, hold up," he said with a smirk. "You acting like folks can't ask questions. If it ain't true, why you getting all tight?" That line flipped the room. Mendeecees' tone changed instantly. "Y'all turning personal business into drama for TV, and I ain't with it." But Spice clapped back, saying, "We on TV? So maybe stop giving folks something to talk about." The exchange got so heated that producers had to stop filming. Once cameras were down, it didn't cool off. Witnesses said Mendeecees pulled Yandy aside, visibly frustrated, whispering, "They trying to make us look crazy." But instead of agreeing, Yandy reportedly said something that made him go silent. Maybe it's time we stop pretending. Nobody knew what she meant, but those who overheard said Mendeecees' face went pale. Hours later, Spice posted a cryptic message on her Instagram story. Some secrets got expiration dates. Within minutes, blogs picked it up, tying it to the confrontation that just went down. Fans went wild. Hashtags were everywhere, and Yandy and Mendeecees' names started trending. The next day, producers called an emergency meeting with the cast, warning them not to post or speak online. But it was too late. The story had already escaped the show. Whatever Yandy was hiding, real or not, had become the biggest storyline of the season. And everyone knew this wasn't ending anytime soon. The tension didn't fade. It evolved. What had started as playful suspicion turned into a quiet war on set. Spice and Scrappy began joking off camera about Mendeecees' short temper. "He's snapping at everybody," Scrappy said. "You can't even say hi without him catching an attitude." Spice nodded, adding, "That's guilt behavior. Trust me, something not right with them." They laughed. But everyone could tell. They meant every word. Around that same time, someone from production claimed they saw Yandy leaving a doctor's office with Mendeecees late one night after filming. When fans later spotted Yandy wearing a loose jacket in public, the theory reignited instantly. Blogs ran wild with headlines, "Is Yandy expecting again?" And fans say the glow don't lie. Inside the studio, producers knew they had ratings gold on their hands. They planned a special sit-down with Spice, Scrappy, and Yandy to clear the air, or light the match even more. And what happened next would push emotions past the breaking point. The lounge was quiet when Spice, Scrappy, and Yandy sat down to film. Cameras were rolling, but the tension was thick. Scrappy started calmly. "Yo, we just gotta talk about it 'cause the street's talking." Spice leaned in and said, "If it ain't true, just clear the air. But if it is, be real, sis." Yandy crossed her arms, looking tired. "I don't owe nobody an explanation," she said sharply. "Me and Mendeecees good. Y'all just need a storyline." Spice didn't flinch. People wouldn't be talking if there wasn't something to talk about. Mendeecees cut in. "Enough with the rumors. We not here for that." But Spice smirked. Maybe the truth just hurts. That was all it took for Yandy's composure to crack. "I'm tired of everyone trying to control my story. Just let me live." That one clip hit social media like wildfire. Blogs exploded, headlines screamed, "Yandy finally breaks down," and fans dissected every expression. Spice only added fuel when she went live later that night, saying, "Where there's smoke, there's fire." Days later, producers forced another group dinner. They seated Spice, Scrappy, Yandy, and Mendeecees together, and it blew up instantly. Spice started talking about fake loyalty, and Yandy snapped back, "You keep asking for truth, but it ain't your business." Spice fired right back. When you in the public eye, it becomes everybody's business. That's when Yandy slammed her napkin down. "I'm tired of people twisting everything I do. You want to know the truth? The truth is, people don't know what I'm going through, and they don't need to." That moment went viral. Fans called it one of the most emotional scenes in Love and Hip-Hop history. Afterward, Yandy disappeared for a while, avoiding cameras and social media. When she finally returned, she looked calm but distant. "Silence don't protect you," she said in her confessional. "But sometimes it's all you got." At the reunion, Spice wasn't holding back. "So, we telling the truth tonight or still pretending?" she asked. Mendeecees warned her, "We not doing this again." Spice shrugged. "Silence means guilt where I'm from." Yandy finally stood up, voice trembling. "You don't know what I'm dealing with. You just want a trend." The crowd gasped. After a long pause, she added softly, "Not everything belongs to the cameras." It wasn't a yes. It wasn't a no, but it was enough. The internet exploded again. Days later, a photo of Yandy and Mendeecees leaving a clinic reignited everything. Still, Yandy said nothing, just posted one message. "People will always talk. I just pray my peace gets louder than their noise." And with that, she ended the season not with words, but with silence that spoke louder than any confession ever could.